Life in a lockdown. Well, been home for 2 weeks. All kinds of yard work. I got all my dirt delivered right before all this hit, which was great. Got Ella doing lots of digging and filling up dirt for me so we can move it around. Getting all kinds of trees and things transplanted that I got in from the Arbor Day Foundation last year. All kinds of different veggies and flowers and things. I got a lot of dandelions, tulips, and things that are at the end of the season, so they're still in pots everywhere. We got some assorted flowers coming up there that'll be in our hanging baskets once we get those up and out of the ground. All kinds of different little things like cantaloupe, more mustard, and flowers, actually even pear trees and different things going on here. These are my gigantic Atlantic pumpkins, so we'll see how those do. I got really more of these things than I know where to put, but I got buckets of compost tea, which is all my stuff I got through Dr. Jim's, basically microbes fermenting away, so we'll use those on plants. We've already put a bunch of it on and they've responded pretty well. Take a quick look in the front yard before I get too far. Just finished mowing it today. Normally it would be a whole bunch of yellow flowers, kind of like behind the truck there. I got our other little garden here that we've been doing chrysanthemums and pansies and daffodils and different things in, just kind of whenever the season changes. And I actually sowed a whole bunch of flower seeds in there, so maybe butterflies and things will be attracted. We got our other garden over there, which we had cantaloupe underneath that tree at one point, and we have a lot of daffodils and tulips just finishing off. And which reminds me, I gotta take this basket down. It's not getting watered being up there. Yeah, a few seeds are coming up, but that's some more flowers that Ella planted. And a white dogwood tree, nice blooming. All these irises that somebody gave me. Oh, actually, we are gonna have a bloom. I didn't notice that. Okay, well, these are like a purple iris that somebody gave to me the other year. I just threw them in a bunch in the yard, and then finally picked them all out of the grass and planted them there. And just more tulips and things in the boxes. Oh, the bird just left. We have a baby bird that has set up residence here. And we got 5 eggs in there. And not a baby bird, but a mom and a dad. They hang out in that tree whenever I come around, run off. And then all my tulips and crocus and everything that was in the pot already bloomed, but the ones I stuck in the ground are really coming out nice. I love these tulips here, so nice looking. And some more window boxes in the ground. My hay left over from Halloween that I just shoved a bunch in there. And everything. And this bush here, which is normally green, it goes purple about this time of year while it's growing out. And I can't remember what those are, but they grow really tall and put out a flower. They're almost too heavy to support themselves. And let's go take a walk in the backyard now. Before we get too far here, I got a volunteer corn and a whole bunch of peanuts that I had planted in there, but I don't know if they'll grow or not. Our onions that have been going for a while now, all my different types of lettuce, which we've harvested 3 times already, and I'm gonna have to get out here and cut some more back. My arugula, which I like arugula, but darn thing wants to run to flower all the time, so I have to cut the tops off. Otherwise it just gets bitter. I got basil underneath them, but it hasn't been the right temperature for that. And as my fruit cocktail tree, should have 3 to 5 different types of fruit on that one tree. My night blooming jasmine, which I took a chance and ended getting a few of them here growing, so we'll see how I get when it comes summertime. Then we got my greenhouse going here, which is fairly empty. I'm waiting on a load of seeds and plants to come in, but I got my sweet peppers and Atlantic pumpkin, leftover cabbage kind of things, or whatever, broccoli from last year. Just put them out there. Just finished transplanting a bunch more bottle gourds and loofah. These are all loofah over here. I gotta find places for them to go. And then I got cucumbers and things in here, but just hasn't been the right temperature for them to get going. See over by the trampoline there that all of our maple trees are seeded out. So we got these little helicopter maple seeds flying everywhere, and they're just pretty soon gonna fill up the whole place, and then we're gonna have maple trees growing everywhere. I'll have to go yank them out. The kids are enjoying it. We had a bunch of daffodils and things here. And this area is where I used to have a maple tree that got yanked out, but this whole area I'm still kind of trying to figure out. I might take that fruit tree there and put it and another one I have over here. Since the tree was gone, the hydrangeas there don't get enough shade during the summer, and they cook, and so they don't hold up very well. And our blueberries, which I need to take all the netting down and redo this area. I don't know what happened with one section here. It kind of died off on it, but this one was great last year and the year before with blueberries. This is the newest one put in. That's another one that was here, but it's kind of not really taken off. I got to rebuild this whole thing. Some more barrels waiting to get done, and my whole messy gardening area. More transplanting and things to be done. Take a walk to another section of the yard. Over by the fire pit there, I have chamomile. The sample of how maple trees just go crazy. These all fell in here where I had some other flowers planted, and they just all took root. So now I got all kinds of maple trees trying to grow up in here. I don't even know what that plant is offhand, but I was just going to show you. This has popped up every year. I didn't know what it was in the beginning, but just a whole patch of chamomile. I don't really use it or make anything with it, but I let it go ahead and come back every year. Got my new greenhouse there. Take a walk around the fence and see what we can come up with here. Another quick sample of the maple trees. See, they flower the whole tree and then just put out seeds like crazy, which fall everywhere, and then they finally grow some leaves. See all the dogwood in my yard and dogwood in the other neighbor's yard. House 2 doors over. They just moved in. That one was for sale. It's 2 acre. Mine is 1.6, and wish I had the money. I would have bought that one too. But so they got a good score. 2 acre lot, goes all the way back to the woods, just like mine does. So we have over here cherry. These are different types of cherry. Plum, different types of plum. And if we go back here, we can see where I've been cutting away at it. Even the neighbor lives here has worked at cutting all this stuff off the fence line, but we got a Chinese wisteria, which will take over everything if it can do it. So we have, it's kind of blooming, coming out nice, so not bad. But yeah, these are the different cherries which are coming out. Again, the dogwood there. And lots and lots of pine trees and pine cone and pine needles and pine branches. This plum and this plum I planted last year. They're doing pretty good. I've been working with them with a bunch of different fertilizer techniques. And this one here, which I know the tree's half dead, but the plum tree itself, this was here when we got here, and a guy suggested that I just cut it down, said it wasn't going to be any good. And it does get some sort of beetle or something that gets up in the bark, causes it to bleed. Let's show you over here. Here's a sample. It just causes the sap to come out from some sort of a beetle. But I'm working on it with some neem oil and things. We'll see if that'll help get rid of it. And the barn and all my working goods here. I got this is a section that is going to become the chicken coop. So I have I don't know what they used it for before, but it looks like they had feed and animals maybe in here, horses, I don't know. But the biggest problem I have is that the roof is rotten. Should never do for chickens because something will come in here and get them. That's the hole I fell through walking up there trying to clean it. This building here, which is the center of the barn, was a building that came off the railroad tracks. It's a service building on the side of the tracks. This is all fig trees, and they have a thorn type, I don't know if it's mulberry or something that grows underneath it, so it kind of makes it hard to get up in there. But I've never gotten any figs out of it. Something eats them all. And something I found out we had back here, that's a neighbor's yard there. It's all forest there, but I found out we have rhododendron growing here. And there's my $650 tree I took down, or had taken down, because I was afraid it might fall over on the neighbor's yard, and its pine beetles and things did a job on it, killed it off. And so we got some more rhododendrons here, and back here. I need to get all this cleaned up here, but it's kind of been left, and that's where the deer hang out and hide. But yeah, I got some more work to do on the pine trees. Let's wander over here. So I grabbed a whole bunch of the leaves and things from the neighbors that were thrown out during the last cleanup. My pecan tree here. A lot more trees. I think those are juniper down there. That's my pine tree, or not pine, pear tree. And then here's a spot that I just kind of playing with. I had a layer of compost here, almost completely gone, but I piled a bunch of leaf and stuff, and I put some more compost type soil on top of it, and I'm just kind of working it down, maybe in layers, and I might just throw some stuff up on it, like put the pumpkin or something on it. And here's my hope to keep the deer out. I'm going to raise the fence up even higher, but I got to go turn off my water. I think I've given it enough. But we have strawberry, corn, peas going along there. And we have Brussels sprouts, artichoke, and some spinach in there. And then 3 of the tires have tomato. The last one has some pumpkin in that. And I got broccoli, not broccoli, but asparagus in that last little hoop looking one down there. Or actually just the other side of the hoop one. And in the middle I got Concord grape, which took over. I didn't really want it to grow there, but I forgot to move it, and it set down roots, so it's there now. So I've got basically 2 more beds to open up from here over to here, there's the base of the grape tree, or grapevine, so this is all grape. I'm going to open up this and this one to plant some stuff in, but the problem I have is that this gets a lot of shade in this area towards the afternoon. Makes it kind of rough. Over here, my wood pile, and I have a mulberry tree with all my green grape that's coming up out of that. This thing will be covered in grapes soon. And we have a peach tree, which it was peach tree and the dwarf, or it's a dwarf peach tree and dwarf apples and things over there, but they were struggling when I got here, and it didn't seem like they were all going to live or not, but yet I've been kind of babying it along and feeding it, and we're going to have peaches out of it this year. So that should be interesting. My kid's bald in the yard. There, go get it. So, my barn back there, my little garden compound, and I think if I go up about another 4 feet with any kind of fencing stuff, it'll keep them from jumping all over on it, or the deer. And I got some more to do in that one second tire there, but I got all my drip irrigation stuff from the other year I haven't put out. I'm trying to figure out just how I want to do it. I got a water pipe till there, but unfortunately up by the house it's broken, so I gotta get some glue, which I can't do because I can't go out because of isolation. And this is my thorny blackberry, and another thorny blackberry, and then I put in some raspberry, or this raspberry was in here already, but I added some other raspberry and some thornless blackberry and stuff here that didn't take. But this is the other half of my honeyberry. I have a honeyberry up in the driveway, and it takes 2 different types, so this is the other half. So I put it in the ground last year. I didn't think it was going to make it, but it's coming back. So my greenhouse again, this is all elderberry. I just chop the heck out of this stuff every year, but it comes right back and spreads. So this is, I'm not sure if these are all apple, I don't know. There's something, this one might be a peach or something. But you can see this year, it's kind of coming back. The apple tree's gone crazy. It's got all kinds of activity with the flowering and the bees and everything else. I look forward to getting some apples out of it this year. And then this is another one that kind of surprised me. It was pretty much dead. Didn't seem like it was doing anything, but we got all kinds of little spots blossoming. And again, I've been hitting all this stuff with that Dr. Jim's fertilizer, chicken soup for the soil, and 3-2-1 grow. And look at this one. Oh yeah, we even have flowers up there. I didn't even see that last time. I got to go through all my old pictures and notes and stuff to see if I can figure out what I have here, because I lost the labels on them a long time ago. But yeah, this one's really coming back, going to town. And there's where I'm going to make my biochar out of an old water heater tank. And that's the sum of it. There's all of the property there. It's nice and yellow right now with the buttercups, but it's going to get mowed down soon. And my pile of wood and sticks over there I want to turn into biochar. And that's it. That's the Virginia homestead.